Well, some said we wasn't going to get this far.
They said it couldn't be done.
They said it couldn't be done, and unfortunately for them, it has been done.
Nerds.
Nerds, you dorks. Joke's on you.
I feel for old time's sake, you gotta do the classic intro.
Oh, God. I don't even know if hold on. Let me pull up the document. I don't even know if I remember it. I have to read it off like a chump. Welcome to this, the Lord's 100th episode of the Duels in Dorks podcast, a Magic the Gathering podcast. I am Connor.
And I am Sam.
And we are the Dungeon Bros, but we are not brothers.
Nor are we in a dungeon.
And Wyatt's
And
here
I'm
too.
here too.
Wow.
Wow, we haven't done that in, gosh, 8 months now? Something like that? It's been a very long time, it feels. Oh, goodness. Oh, my goodness. Yeah. So, episode 100 is ludicrous. Sam, we started this 4 years ago, because we post every other week.
Wow.
Did not think we would still be doing it, and yet here we are. So, we don't talk about D&D anymore. But...
Which is strange, because originally we only spoke of D&D.
True. And then we just got so hooked into Magic, they got their dirty claws into us.
I knew it would happen. I just knew it.
That is true. Wyatt, one of the first guests on the program, talking about Magic and all that, because we did a little Commander Pre-Con event at Gen Con, which was very fun, and well, the rest is history. Now nobody wants to talk about D&D because apparently it's bad.
From what I hear, it keeps going downhill.
I thought it was all about Daggerheart.
Yeah, except Campaign 4 for Critical Role, not going to be Daggerheart. It's going to be the revised 5th edition rules. So do with that what we will, I guess. But no, we talk about Magic. And today, it is a special occasion. We will not be talking about the debut of Spider-Man.
Nor how good Sam looks.
The visuals, they speak for themselves.
If you're an audio-only listener, you're
get
really
on
missing out right now.
I mean, he's got the chiseled, oh my God. The chiseled jawline.
Freudian slip there.
Oh my.
Freud be slipping right now, all right? He's in it right now. He's in it.
Clean cut. He's in full Steve Rogers post glow up.
I got that reference.
Post nut glow.
I know that.
Steve Rogers. So, what I fear video viewers may be seeing a lot of this episode is me looking down and to my left. Yesterday was supposed to be my fantasy football draft, and it got delayed until tomorrow, which is now today. And it is currently actively happening, and I think I'm going to take Drake London. That sounds like a good pick. So, periodically, I'm going to have to be making selections and hope that my team doesn't suck fat nards again. So,
keeping everyone updated about the draft.
Yeah. Oh. Not that kind of draft, unfortunately. But Sam...
Yeah.
You've been gone for a while. You are now worldly, well-traveled. And while I sit here and decide what my third-round pick is going to be, I need you to regale us with the tale of your travels, why you've been gone for so long.
Yes.
Of Appalachia.
Yeah, so back in March, I up and quit my job, which I've been planning to do for a while. I up and quit my job and drove on down to Georgia. You're all familiar with Georgia. It's a place south of a bunch of other places in the United States. Yeah, and I started hiking. Got on a little backpack and just kind of walked. Walked all the way from northern Georgia through North Carolina, Tennessee, all the way through Virginia. And almost got through all of West Virginia. I was just short of the halfway point of the Appalachian Trail when I had to go ahead and be bailed out and had to come home.
So what caused the bailing out?
So right there towards the end, I was actually on the trail for about 3 months, and man, the last couple weeks they kept kicking me while I was down. It was nonstop raining. I had gotten the norovirus, which some of you may know as the stomach flu, 2 weeks prior, and then as I was leaving Harper's Ferry, got some sort of stomach bug, some sort of illness, and I was unable to eat for about 7 days.
That makes physical exertion pretty challenging, I would imagine.
It absolutely does, and yeah. So I decided that maybe time to come home. I made it 1,044 miles.
That is 1,050 miles more than I would want to do. I can tell you.
See, I thought it was going to be more of a Forrest Gump situation where it was like, I'm pretty tired. Think I'll go home now.
Oh, I mean, I was tired, and once I got home and I was kind of looking at it, like, man, I'm glad to be not outdoors.
I mean,
wow, I missed civilization and AC.
So speaking of AC, was that the thing that you missed the most, or was it like a warm bed? Like, what was the
honestly,
thing that you were like, yes?
It was being able to consistently eat food that wasn't individually packaged.
Yeah, I bet that was a huge blessing. You can only eat so many s'mores before you're just like, no more s'mores.
Right, and so basically for 3 months I had been eating bags of chips, Pop-Tarts, and granola bars, and I was very happy when I was finally home. I'm like, ooh, fruit and vegetables.
Oh my goodness.
Love a good veg. So, like, you were you just like really lonely? Did you experience like trials in terms of like I'm separated from people, or was that like a really nice reprieve to just be away from other individuals?
It was definitely hard at first. Got up and left everybody I knew, and was just like, wow. I haven't really been homesick in a long time, and I was just sitting, night 2, 3, 4. I was just sitting there like, wow, I'm really sad right now. Why did I leave all my family and friends behind? But then, at some points I'd have moments of, wow, it's just me in the woods. This is pretty cool.
Have you done anything like that before previously? Like extended camping or extended hikes or anything like that?
No, I went on one backpacking overnight a few months prior just to make sure I could do it. And that was like my first attempt, my first trial at long hikes and backpacking. And then 6 months later, I just leapt into it.
Well, I was going to say, diving into the deep end in the Appalachians.
Yeah.
Did you ever hear any of the tales? Me being a native to the Tennessee area, I am familiar with the Appalachians, and there's a lot of folklore and stories about what can go on in the woods.
I did meet one fine individual who said that Bigfoot would throw rocks at him while he sat on his back porch.
I believe him.
Did you find a Bigfoot to like cuddle up with for warmth?
I never found a Bigfoot, no. I was told there were a lot that I just didn't notice, but
that's how they get you.
Never found a Bigfoot of my own. Yeah,
they're a very sneaky group of individuals, the Big Feet. Would they be Big Feet or Bigfoots?
Probably Bigfoots. We try our best to stay hidden. If you're not fully shaved, you stand out.
It can be
more.
startling. It absolutely is startling. So, to wrap it up, Sam, what was the big takeaway? Do you feel like you accomplished what you wanted to get done when you set out on this journey?
Yeah, not to get too philosophical here, but one of the big reasons I went out was I needed a break in between what I was doing, which was IT. I had been doing that since 2020, and I was tired of before that jumping from career to career. So I was like, I need to take a little bit of time, figure out what I actually want to do, and then start, think about it for a while and start before I start trying something. And yeah, that the 3 months in the woods taught me a lot. 1, about myself. 2, what I do want to do, and 3, what I don't want to do. And after 3 months, even though I didn't make it the whole way, I still figured what I want to do.
And what is
That's
that?
great.
I think in the next couple of years I want to try to open my own business, my own restaurant.
Oh, you've always been into the cooking and into the bartending and the cocktails and all of that, and that totally tracks. 100% tracks. What kind of restaurant vibe you want?
Oh, I want like a diner. Like
Nice.
a greasy spoon, but like everything made from scratch.
Nice.
I love that.
Nice. Bar vibe or just pure food diner experience?
I think the like the vibe, I want it to be like that classic 1960s Airstream style diner. Mm-hmm. But then also, throw out some mimosas. Who doesn't
nice
love a
cocktail.
mimosa?
A tail cock, Yeah, it's the same
Bringing
show.
the brunch crowd, bottomless mimosas. Who doesn't love a mimosa?
Who doesn't love a mimosa while bottomless?
Well, don't threaten me with a good time. My God. Bottomless grand opening. Everybody for the grand opening has to show up in like underwear, and that's it.
Bottomless
Or else you're not getting
mimosas. You can only get bottomless mimosas if you're bottomless.
Oh God. Well, I hope that grand opening comes very soon, because I'm a very hungry boy. Do you think you'll be ready by dinner, or?
I'll call you in 5 to 10 years.
Fuck. All right, fine. I'll be waiting with bated breath for that phone call. In the meantime, instead of talking about the normal news of Magic the Gathering, which basically all there is to say is there's more Spider-Man cards. Exciting. I'm not very excited for Spider-Man, Sam, in case that hasn't been abundantly clear. But Sam was gone for a while, okay? Sam was out of the world of Magic the Gathering for a while. And we got to get this boy back in. So, on screen now, I'm going to be showing the slides for this slideshow presentation made in Google Slides. I did my best 7th grade Connor impersonation and just set up a quick little visual aid. Trey Henderson sound like a... Trayvon Henderson sound like a good pick, guys? I'm going with Trayvon Henderson.
Yeah, why not?
So... Wyatt and I have gathered 9 questions for Sam of the Magic related stuff that he has missed, because shockingly, in that short amount of time, a lot of fucked shit has been going down in the Magic universe.
An understatement, for sure.
An understatement of the century. It has been a tumultuous time.
While you were climbing mountains, we were climbing mountains of spoilers.
That is true. So today, in Who Wants to Be a Millionaire style, we will be playing Sam Wants to Be a Millionaire game, except it's Magic the Gathering and there's literally no money here to be won whatsoever. Next slide, slide 2. Question 1. The Final Fantasy Universes Beyond set became the best-selling Magic the Gathering set of all time. Lord of the Rings previously held that record, taking 6 months to reach $200 million in revenue. How long did it take Final Fantasy to reach that amount? Was it 1 month, 1 week, 1 day, or 0 days?
All right. Well, like you said, I was not deeply in Magic. It's very strange how you lose track of things when you're not doing a bi-weekly podcast about it.
It is very easy to lose track.
Here's what I'll say. I know it wasn't a month. I know it happened very quickly. Mm-hmm. Open your phone, you see Google. Google likes to tell you things. But I don't remember. My gut says 1 week, but the fact that there is 1 day and 0 days tells my test-taking side that one of those might be the option.
Do you want to use one of your lifelines on Wyatt? We don't have any specific limitations on them at all.
I can use one every question.
Every question, if you so choose.
Pretty much.
Wyatt, do you have things prepared for each question, or are you just gonna eliminate 2 answers?
No, I'll help you as best I can. I do know the correct answer.
Well, I hope so.
Probably do it more like eliminate 2 of them. Yes, it's probably the best way to go about it.
All right. Yeah, sure. I'll use my Wyatt line.
Well,
this question.
You were on track because it's not A or B.
Very helpful.
That is
Very
true.
helpful.
Yeah. Now you got a
All right,
50-50 chance.
I do have a 50-50 chance. You know what? I will say that it took I'm just gonna risk it here. I'm gonna guess D. 0 days.
Do.
Final answer?
Final answer.
Yes, final answer.
Sam, next slide. You are correct.
Woohoo.
0 days to hit $200 million in revenue. In fact, it was $200 million in revenue like 2 weeks before the pre-release date. They announced it in the earnings call for Q1 as the best-selling Magic set of all time, and it had 2 weeks until it came out. Utterly ridiculous. Don't really even grasp how that could have physically been possible. But
Right.
alas,
I remember when we were talking about Lord of the Rings, and that one breaking all the records.
Yeah.
And literally just, this long after, and it happened.
2 very short years later. I've always been a Final Fantasy fan. I know that the Final Fantasy fandom is very ravenous. But to basically sell out every product in pre-release is absolutely ludicrous. All right, next slide. Question 2. A card was printed in 2025 that was banned at the end of the summer for being too format warping in Standard. What was that card? Was it VV Orniteer, Corey Steelcutter, Cloud Midgar Mercenary, or the Ether Spark?
All right. I actually think I do know this one because I opened up Magic Arenas today.
Ah.
And it tells you when you update what all the banned cards are. I'm pretty sure it is B, Corey Steelcutter.
Do.
Final answer.
Next slide. You are correct. It is the Corey Steelcutter. Is It Prowess was such an overwhelming strategy for a very long time. In fact, Corey Steelcutter was so powerful that it took Monstrous Rage and Heartfire Hero to the bandwagon with it. Did that affect anything? No, that shell just became a dominant VV Agatha Soul Cauldron combo deck.
Well, Mono Red's still putting up numbers.
Mono Red's still putting up numbers. It's got a lot of new toys to play with. Let's go with Devonta Smith. That sounds like a good one.
Have you guys been playing Standard recently, or has this affected you at all?
I've been playing Standard on Arena. And Is It Cauldron is just...
I watch a lot of Standard creators, so...
It's so oppressive right now. Like, Is It Prowess was oppressive to like the tune of 65+% of the meta share at tournaments. Is It Cauldron is oppressive to the tune of like 55% of the meta share at tournaments. So like it's not really an improvement at all. But hey, you know, it's fine. What's the worst that could happen, right?
Right.
Moving on to the next slide, gentlemen. Question 3. What card was the talk of the town during the Edge of Eternity's pre-release weekend, the last set that came out? Was it the Shocklands being reprinted into Standard? Was it Pinnacle Emissary enabling Modern Affinity yet again? Was it Uthros, or the planet lands that are busted, like the Uthros, which is a Tolarian Academy, and Avendo, which is a Gaia's Cradle? Or was it literally any Spider-Man card?
All right. I'm not sure at all about this one. I feel, I'll talk you through. I feel my gut says, while the Shocklands are good, and obviously being standard is great, I don't think that's it. I feel like in this case, the Spider-Man cards are the red herring, but I could be wrong. Uthros, I did see, being that Tolarian Academy, once it's stationed, up to 12, so that's pretty powerful. But Pinnacle Emissary, I do know there are a lot of funky things you can do with Warp. You know what? I do not have actually any solid gut feelings on this one, so I'm going to call in my Wyatt line.
The Wyatt line, Wyatt.
Yes.
What can you do to help out Sam? It doesn't have to necessarily be 50-50. You can do whatever weird shenanigans your little heart contents.
This one, just because I want to see. I'm only going to eliminate one answer. It's not the Shocklands. We've seen the Shocklands reprinted several times within recent memory.
That's true.
I'm going to go ahead and take that one off the table for you.
All right. All right, my gut still says that literally any Spider-Man card is the red herring. And I think while the Uthros Academy, or the Uthros Titanic God Core is good, I'm going to go with the Pinnacle Emissary here. I think, like you said, enabled affinity. I'm going to go with, I'll say final answer, Pinnacle Emissary.
Do.
Should add those in post.
I like it. I like it more just doing the bad sound effect. Anyway, Sam. I'm sorry, Samuel. Next slide. It was literally any of the Spider-Man cards.
This was one of the weirdest spoilers, because not only were we getting Spider-Man, we were also getting Avatar.
Yes. So 2 days before pre-release, we start getting this deluge of Spider-Man cards because Comic-Con is coming up. And they start revealing, Spider-Man's going to have welcome decks. Let's show you the entire contents of these welcome decks. Also, there's going to be a promo of Katara, and it's going to hint that allies are coming back in the Avatar set. So, only thing people wanted to talk about at pre-release was Spider-Man complaining about it, or loving it, or being excited for it, or whatever. The only thing being talked about. And the one Avatar card. Absolutely ridiculous. As a follow-up, Sam, next slide.
Follow-up.
Question 4. For Edge of Eternity's release weekend at Gen Con, what card was being touted as an instant commander staple? Was it A, the Soul Stone, B, Avatar Aang, C, Multiversal Passage, or D, Anti-Venom, Horrifying Healer? I will have a note here that none of these are Edge of Eternity's cards.
Remember, it's the release weekend for Edge of Eternities.
It is the release weekend for Edge of Eternities. And
we are not talking about Edge of Eternities.
Nope, 3 Spider-Man cards and 1 Avatar card.
Yes.
Yes. All right. So the Soul Stone being 1 in a black for an indestructible legendary artifact, you can tap for black, or you can tap it, exile creature you control to harness it. Giving the ability at the beginning of your upkeep, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield. That is a mono black mana rock for 2 mana, so that's pretty tempting. You don't even necessarily need the second part of it to make it a decent card.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it is the Soul Stone,
It is the soul, yeah.
featured in prominent movie Avengers Endgame.
And
That's
Infinity
true.
War. And Loki Season 1.
And probably some other stuff.
Yeah, probably.
I think there's a
Next,
comic
we have-
about it or something.
Probably.
One or two.
Next, we have Avatar Aang, which is red, green, white, blue, flying and firebending. And when you firebend, waterbend, earthbend, and airbend, you draw a card. Or when you ever do one of those, you draw a card. Then if you've done all 4, flip him. And I know on the other side, it's his avatar state, and he can do some other stuff. He's a 5-color commander. Indeed,
Yeah,
child.
everything cost Wooburg less. I did not put
That's
the
right.
backside of Aang on.
Good job reading that. Also, just off the dome like that, because glancing at it, I was like, waterboarding. What do you mean you got to waterboard him?
Ooh, my opponent's not going to be happy when I play Avatar Aang.
That's the big counter for the Urza Lord High Artificer commander decks is you bust out Avatar Aang and you start waterboarding them at the table.
Tell me what you know. How do I earthbend?
No one knows. That's not true. Everyone knows.
Everyone knows. No, I'm going to say that's not the commander staple because it is just it's a 5-color 5-color commander. So, you know, not a lot of 5-color staples out there. Multiversal Passage land. This land enters as land enters, choose a basic land type. Then you may pay 2. If you don't, it enters tapped. This land is the chosen type. That's good. Doesn't go in every deck. Can't tutor it up. Doesn't really do too much there. It's definitely... It's got its place, but I don't know if that's the staple. Mm-hmm. As long as we're not confusing staple with card that can go in any deck, just because it's there.
Staple is card, for the purposes of this, card that is widely applicable and will be a first card that you look at to include in many decks.
Fair. Then we have Anti-Venom, Horrifying Healer for white. It's a 5/5 legendary symbiote hero. When it enters, if it was cast, return... It says if he was cast. All right. Return target creature card from the graveyard to the battlefield. If damage would be dealt to Anti-Venom, prevent that damage and put that many +1 counters on it. What is the... It's a Phyrexian... Mm-hmm. There's a Phyrexian that basically does that.
The
Vindicator?
Phyrexian Obliterator?
Obliterator's
So that's the black one. The Vindicator's the white one, I believe.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that doesn't go in a lot of decks. So I can't imagine a one bigger boy would be in many decks. I'm going to go, like I said, the Soul Stone being mono black mana rock for 2 that doesn't enter tapped, and it's indestructible. I think that's good enough to be a commander staple without the second part. So I'm going to go with the Soul Stone.
Final answer?
You feel it in your
Why not?
soul?
In your
In
soul?
my stone. Oh.
Oh.
In your Oh, yeah, that too.
That too. Next slide. Sam, you absolutely nailed it. They are inevitable. The Soul Stone, 2 mana rock that goes basically in any deck that has black and wants to bring back creatures from the graveyard.
Also, confirming that we will be seeing more stones in the future.
5 more, at least.
Get stoned, idiot.
So, the Thanos art, that's hot. But the textless.
Dude,
The
that textless card goes hard.
That
Yes.
goes so hard.
Yeah.
It looks awesome. Absolutely love it.
That's definitely like sacrificing someone you love, kind of,
Yeah.
like in the
100%.
movie.
100%. 100%. All right, next slide. Question 5. Which Commander Precon deck was released technically as a Bracket 4 deck? Technically as a Bracket 4. Was it Final Fantasy's Scions and Spellcraft? Tarkir Dragonstorm's Temur Roar? Edge of Eternity's World Shaper? Or Ether Drift's Eternal Might?
All right, so bracket 4, if I remember, allows for allows for cards up to cards on the big power list, 2-card combos, tutors, land destruction. So I have the Yash Toya deck, actually. I did buy that one.
It is a fun one.
It's a fun one. And I don't think that one falls into it. If I did, I'm definitely playing my
I've been playing it wrong.
I've been playing it wrong, yeah. Temur Roar. That one does graveyard shenanigans, and graveyard shenanigans definitely are part of, big brain stuff. World Shaper, I don't actually know anything about the Edge of Eternity's commander decks.
I'll throw you a bone with this one since Wyatt stepped away. The World Shaper one is like Jund lands. Your classic Jundy graveyard lands stuff.
With Jund and lands.
Yeah.
You gotta Jund them out.
Pretty much.
Which I guess could mean there could be graveyard tutors and or land destruction. But I don't know.
Could be.
Could be. Eternal Might, I actually tried to go and get this one the weekend after, or like on release weekend, and the store I went to said they sold out pre-release night of Eternal Might.
Really?
Yeah. But I don't think that one had some shenanigans. But again, I don't think it was that. So you know what? I'm gonna go with the one I know nothing about. I'm gonna guess World Shaper.
World Shaper. Final answer? Final answer. Next slide, Sam. You are dead right. 100%.
Yep.
The World Shaper Precon Jund lands. It included an infinite combo. It has the Gitrog monster. Non-deterministic. The Gitrog monster and Dakmor salvage. If you have 8 cards in hand with the Gitrog monster on the battlefield and you discard the hand size at the end of the turn, you discard the Dakmor salvage. When the land hits the graveyard, Gitrog monster causes you to draw. You can choose to dredge 2 instead, return it to your hand. You then have 8 cards in your hand, and you have to discard the hand size. You repeat that loop, milling your entire library. Now, the reason it's technically bracket 4 and not actually bracket 4 is there's literally no way for that to pay off into a win.
None whatsoever.
None whatsoever. So that's by technicality.
And it does have land destruction as well.
And it does also have land destruction in it, obviously. And you need your lands are coming in and out of the graveyard a lot. It's actually a really cool precon, honestly. Got a lot of cool stuff going on. All right, next slide. Question 6. Question 6. When the 3 final sorry.
From the top.
When the 3 When the 3 Final Fantasy Secret Lair drops went live, which of the following occurred? A. The site was sold out entirely within 6 hours. B. The waiting line was paused for 3 hours due to high volume. C. Scalpers were able to quickly purchase large quantities of products within the first 60 seconds. Or D. All of the above.
So, I don't know about the Final Fantasy Secret Lairs. I actually, I have knowledge of things like the Sonic Secret Lairs, because we have friends who are very into it.
Very.
And I know that the Sonic, while widely touted, was not sold out. I don't know about the Final Fantasy. Here's what I do know about Secret Lairs. It's it's rough out there if you're into Secret Lair.
Wyatt. I was able to get the Sonic cards.
I didn't bother.
Well, you know what would have made Connor buy the Sonic cards? If there was a Sonichu card.
If there was a Sonichu card, I would have picked up.
To.
I would have picked up max quantity that they would allow me to buy.
Well, I guess
All right.
it's safe to say that the Sonic Secret Lair didn't go fast.
Hey.
Yeah.
But enough about that fantasy. We're focusing on the Final Fantasy.
Yeah, the final one. But here's what I do know about secret layers: the entire site being sold out on popular items within the first 6 hours. Very plausible because it's happened before. The waiting line being paused due to high volumes makes sense because it's happened before. Scalpers being able to quickly purchase large quantities of products within the first 60 seconds makes sense because it's happened before. So that leads me to answer D, all of the above.
Sam, final answer?
Final answer.
Do. Of course it was all of the above. Of course it was. A little anecdote here, Sam. At noon o'clock when this drop went live, I had a cart. I was in the queue within 30 seconds of the drop going live. When was I able to complete my purchase?
Much later than that.
5:12 p.m.
Jesus.
There was a workaround. I think a lot of people figured out if you put like items in your cart before the drop goes live that are not related to the drop, it just throws you into the queue like right when it starts. And then once you get through the queue, you can just remove the stuff from your cart and add what you want. So a lot of people did that. By the time it got around to me, I wanted to get one of each of the secret layers in English. I was able to get one of them in English, and then I purchased the Japanese versions of the other two. And then within an hour after that, everything was completely gone.
Gone.
Wow.
Entirely. Scalped product was being resold on eBay within 12 hours.
Insane
Within
markups.
an hour, frankly. Like, people were listing it, like, before they completed their purchases, honestly. It was fucky. It was sad. And I'm sad I wasn't able to get all the English ones. But I'll try. I will try on the secondary market to do so. 3 more questions left. Next slide. There have been many types of vehicles in the Magic the Gathering universe. Which is the most recent addition? Is it A, spaceships, B, a taxicab, C, a jalopy, or D, a train?
Is this already cards that are already in print, or does this include? Because I'm not entirely sure, but does this include like things that have been announced?
This is every card we are aware of in existence, whether or not it is currently out.
Okay. I was going to say, so Spaceship, out with Edge of Eternities. Jalopy, out with New Capenna.
Mm-hmm.
Train, I'm pretty sure Train it would make sense for there to be trains in Magic, right? There's like
Possibly.
Thunder Junction. Pretty sure that was an entire heist about a train and then a vault. But my guess here is taxicab. I'm guessing that there is a taxicab in New York City via the Spider-Man set.
In New York City.
Final
New York.
answer.
You know what? I haven't called on him in a while. I'll go ahead and use my Wyatt line, just for fun.
This was a question that I designed.
Wow.
So I will go ahead and say, yes, you are... Sydney, you're correct
Goodness.
with the jalopy and the spaceship. Trains, while also being in Thunder Junction, were also in Kaladesh.
And as such, if you go to the next slide, Sam, hit the nail on the head. You've got the Taxi Driver as a Magic the Gathering card. 1 in a red. It's a 3/1 common. You can pay 1 and tap it. Target creature gains haste until end of turn. Wyatt, I got a bone to pick with you.
Shoot.
I got a bone to pick with you. A, this
Tell
card's
me.
not out yet. This card's not out yet.
I know, but it just
B, it's not a
previewed.
vehicle. It's not a vehicle. It is a pilot, though. But it
Yes.
doesn't have the pilot line of text on it, which, like...
What's even the point then, you know?
Also, why are we wasting valuable Spider-Man card slots for the New York taxi cab?
Because, people could be walking here, but instead they're getting taxi rides.
If there was a sorcery, we're walking here, or you mess with one of us, or something like that, I would have been 100% all in. 100%.
We haven't seen everything yet.
That's true.
There might be.
That is true. All right, Sam. Next slide. The penultimate question
Jesus,
for the brackets.
This is difficult to read.
Yeah, I'm gonna. There aren't a lot of great background options. So, the Commander bracket system and the Game Changers list were officially updated on April 22nd. Which color had the most additions to the Game Changers list by percentage of previous cards on the Game Changers list? Was it white, blue, black, or green?
All right. I do remember seeing when the post when it was updated. I do remember looking at the updates, but I don't quite remember what. I mean, I remember some that were put on. I don't quite remember all. But this question is: which color had the most additions by percentage of previous cards on the Game Changers list? So, like, if there was one card, and we added one card,
that's 100%.
We'd have 100% increase.
Yeah. So
five card.
If two colors had the same number of cards, the one that had fewer cards on it previously would be the higher in this case.
Gotcha. Okay. So So I don't think it's blue or black. Blue or black both had a large number of cards previously put on the list. I think blue was the most overall when it first came out. White and green had very few cards on that list. So if white or green had fewer cards put on the list, then they'd have a higher percentage of cards put on the list based on previous cards. If I'm understanding.
That logic does track.
Very good, because I forgot what I said. You know what? I'm going to call on the Wyatt line here.
I will say that they were looking at some very prominent cards that were possibly missed in the first round. So you did nail it with the black-white. I mean, not white, but blue-black that you said being the predominant cards listed. However, there is another color that does a lot of heavy lifting in a lot of decks that is usually either a second color or more of a supporting color. Just lock in what searches.
What surges?
What searches? There's a card that instantly comes to mind. If I tell you you get to search your deck for something, everybody could play it if they have the color. And most people do play it if they have the color available to them.
Oh.
Big brain.
Too big brain maybe for me. Because if it's search, I mean...
You get to search your library. Everybody plays it if they're in this color.
Right. Steve. Dude, if Steve ended up on the Game Changers list...
Steve did not end up on the Game Changers list.
You would be like, okay, the game might have changed too much since I've been gone. They're out here cornering Steve. Like, there's bigger issues here.
I can confirm that Steve dodged the Game Changers list.
For now. For now.
For now.
All right, so... It's weird. With I don't remember if, like, some of the creature tutors, if that's what you're referring to, on, like, enchantments, like, what is it, not birthing pod? Birthing pod? I don't know. You know what? I could sit here and jump back and forth all day. I'm going to say, based on the wording of the question, I think it is D, green.
Final answer.
Final answer.
Sam. You absolutely nailed it. We were leading you on to land ramp, the card type that everybody wants, the tutor that everybody runs if possible, your rampant growths, your, in the case of the Game Changers list, crop rotation, Seedboard Muse, Worldly Tutor, Natural Order, and Food Chain were added, giving a 166% increase in cards on the Game Changers list from 3 to 8. The next percentage that was highest is actually red, with a 100% increase, going from 2 to 4. Interestingly enough.
You know, looking at this right now, I'm seeing, and I think I thought this when we first talked about the Game Changers list, I'm definitely seeing cards we went, why is that not on there?
Absolutely.
Namely,
Yes.
one being Deflecting SWAT, Teferi's Protection, Orcish Bowmasters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They hit a lot of the ones that snuck by on the first pass, for
Absolutely. Absolutely. It also notably has a lot of Commander unbans, your Coalition Victory, Gifts Ungiven, that kind of stuff. So, yeah. Game Changers list is actually in a pretty good spot now, I think. Commander as a format is pretty solid overall. Sam, we've talked a lot about what has happened in Magic in 2025, what you've missed. But now, for the final question, we're looking to the future. Next slide.
Yeah.
Christopher.
Hey, you weren't ready for that one. Bit of a jump scare.
Oh, I love this one. Christopher Penis, also known as Hasbro CEO Chris Cox, has discussed his... Oh, my goodness.
Indeed, child, indeed.
Christopher Penis, a.k.a. Chris Cox, the Hasbro CEO, has discussed his initiative to bring more women into Magic the Gathering. What is his strategy? Is it develop more cute sets like Bloomborough? Is it integrate romantasy and K-pop into Magic the Gathering? Is it to highlight prominent female figures in Magic? Or did he not specify a specific strategy to bring women into the game?
All right, let's see. So, if I know one thing about women, this is going to be all very satirical here, so let's not get too deep into what I'm saying. Well, don't get me wrong. Sets like cute sets are great, but the women that I've helped introduce to Magic the Gathering really like things like giant frog gods with that giant thick frog gods and archers who can bleed their opponents to death from the back line. Integrate romantasies and K-pop. Everybody is getting on that K-pop Demon Hunters train. You know,
That's true.
It's true. I've not seen it.
It's
Might have
not
to see
marketed
it.
to us.
It's not.
Oh,
But-
Wyatt. Has Wyatt seen it?
I have, and if you haven't seen it, you're really missing out.
Well,
Well.
that's good enough. I'm going to go watch it right now. Fuck
least
your
wait till
game.
we're
I'm
done
going to
with
go
the
watch
show.
K-pop Demon Hunters. No. Highlight prominent female figures in Magic. Well, guess what? Chandra and Nissa and Liliana are some of the biggest figures in Magic.
Now, when I more in reference to like female pro players or prominent content creators, that kind of thing.
There are. I mean, a lot of content creators are female or femme presenting. So I don't think that Christopher Penis enjoys them, or has any interest in featuring them. He would, you know.
He would.
Or he didn't specify a strategy. If I know one thing about CEOs, man, do they like to just talk and talk and talk, and even if they don't have the right cue cards lined up. However, I did just see a Instagram reel about 10 minutes before we hopped on this call, and it did specify the answer is B, integrate romantasy and K-pop into Magic. Final
Damn
answer.
you, Instagram Reels. Damn you.
Let me be your idol. Y'all wouldn't
If
know that
there's-
because y'all haven't seen K-pop Demon Slayers yet.
That is true. That is true. If you go to the next slide, you will see K-pop Demon Hunters and the Something of Something and Something book series.
A chord of.
Yes, one of the courts of something and something. But yeah, if there's anything we've learned from Hasbro CEO Christopher Penis, it's that the people that know women the best are aging white male CEOs.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Notoriously.
100%.
Notorious. Sam, you've been pretty bang on with these. I think the only one you missed was what card was the talk of the town during Edge of Fraternity's pre-release weekend, being literally any Spider-Man card. I think that was
Which
the only
is
one.
completely fair because the land cycle for that was heinously rigged against Red.
So when we did our Edge of Eternity's set review, Wyatt went on, I think, literally a 15-minute tangent about how of the 5 monocolor planet lands, red was like garbage bulk bin mythic, and the other 4 are good or great.
Like, you saw the blue one, and Connor mentioned that the green one is Gaia's Cradle. Do you want to take a stab at what the other 3 can do?
Oh, I have seen these. I remember. I actually just played the midweek Magic event on Arenas today, which is Yargle Cruise ships, which include the White Planet. And if I remember correctly, that one creates a token,
Yep.
It does.
an artifact or an enchantment, I think.
Yep.
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 A legendary.
Yep. And then the black one
Legendary.
lets you pay life, sack a creature, and draw cards equal to their power.
Oh, that's pretty good. I like that.
Yes.
Would you like me to read the red one for you? I have it pulled up now.
Yeah, go for it.
Caveron Memorial World. At 12 charge counters after being stationed, you can pay 1 in a red and tap it. You can then sacrifice a land. You then create a 2/2 colorless robot artifact creature token, and creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn.
And haste.
And haste. And that's the entire card.
Great. Yeah, perfect. The things you want to do in mono red: sacrifice your own lands,
right,
readily,
which you have a bunch of. Yeah.
and in order to give your creatures an ability that they print in every set as an instant or sorcery at common rarity.
Yeah, and green and blue just get their literal most powerful lands ever printed. Just printed again. They're like, it's fine. It's cool. We'll give black the ability to draw cards, and white can make tokens. Legendary tokens. So you can double up on these broken-ass artifacts or enchantments that you have. But red, no. You get a 2/2 robot that's a 3/2 temporarily, and
You just had to
everything
get
you
them
have
going.
gets haste. Oh, and the other thing on top of it that you already know because you played the event, crewing is at what speed?
Oh yeah, stationing is at sorcery speed.
Sorcery speed! So in a red aggro deck, they want you to take turns off to tap and station your land, so you can then tap and sacrifice a land to give your creatures haste. I was like, you could have... I did the thing, let me attack you. Oh, they chump block it because you didn't give any kind of evasion whatsoever? It's not like red has a modern staple land that's like the pinnacle of Redlands, Valakut, the Molten Pinnacle. Couldn't give us that effect, couldn't give a doubling, couldn't give an extra combat, couldn't give a token that goes away at the end of combat or something like that. No. Couldn't even exile cards. I would have taken exiling cards. Any other red effect. Lightning Bolt. I would have settled for Lightning Bolt on a land.
So that is an abridged version of the Caveron tirade from the set review.
Yes.
An iconic speech.
I wasn't even going to bring it up, but I saw when you put in the blue land and he started talking about it, it just got my blood boiling all over again. I was just like, I can't believe they got Tolarian Academy and Gaia's Cradle, and red gets nothing. And people on TikTok were defending that. They're like, it's supposed to go in the commander deck. I'm like, why would you print a card in the main set that's whole purpose is to go in the commander deck? It doesn't make sense.
Right.
You're dumb.
You know what goes well in the commander deck? The other two planets from those colors.
Yeah.
Anyway. That is
Spider-Man.
So if we were playing proper Who Wants to Be a Millionaire rules, you would have lost after the third question.
Yeah.
But that's no fun. So we,
Wouldn't that have been a weird flex? You're like, hey, let's do
All right,
this thing, and then
you're
5
done
minutes
here.
into the podcast, you're like, get off. Oh, okay.
All right, we're done. You lost.
Who wants to be a
Fuck
100
off.
air?
It's something. It is something. Well, gentlemen, that's all I got for you. That's the whole bit.
We did it. We did the thing.
That's episode 100.
You are now a millionaire. How does it feel?
A Magic-aire.
A Magic-aire. I'm caught up, I guess.
No.
Not
No one's
really.
caught up.
No one
We're
is.
not even caught up.
No. The debut happened. I don't know those fucking cards yet. You kidding me? I was making
Spoiler
this damn
season never
slideshow.
ends.
It's just a constant rollout. I will say, while I was hiking, obviously the only thing I was really doing was hiking and eventually listening to audiobooks. But of all the things that I do on a regular, Magic was probably the number one thing I was like, man, wish I could be like playing some Magic this week or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it could have. Next time we'll all go hiking, and
go-
then we can play every night.
We'll do the
Magic
whole
is
trail. We'll do the whole trail. We'll take 8 months, do the whole trail.
We'll
We're
both
each
quit
gonna-
our jobs.
Everybody quits their jobs. You'll hire us at the restaurant when we're done.
Okay.
And we all have to take at least 8 commander decks with us and carry them the whole time.
That sounds like a lot.
Of unnecessary weight, I agree.
Yeah.
I completely
Oh, yeah.
agree. What do
I
you
don't
mean
know what
you
I'm gonna
didn't
do
take
about
your-
my kids.
Bring
Your
them
wife will
along.
be fine.
Oh.
Yep. Come on, kids, we're
dump 'em
hitting
on
the
the way.
road.
You just need one of your kids. That way we have a complete pot, you know?
There
That's
you
true.
go.
That is
Yeah.
true. That is true.
I'll
Preferably
bring
the
the
older
one that can almost that talks fully.
That's fair. That's fair. So you're teaching that one the rules of Magic. You've got the welcome decks. You're ready to go.
Well, they haven't released the Spider-Man ones yet. I really think I'm going to get him with the Spider-Man.
I mean, that's pretty easy get for a kid, honestly.
Yeah. Do you want to play Spider-Man? What kid's going to say no to do you want to play Spider-Man? Of course they're going to want to play Spider-Man.
That's true. Who doesn't? So,
I was
J.
thinking,
Jonah Jameson doesn't.
I want pictures of Spider-Man.
have you seen the card for that, Sam?
I don't think I have, no.
You pull up, search up J. Jonah Jameson. If you go into Scryfall and you type Jonah, it pops up. It is
Jonah.
so thematic.
Whoops, I typed Johan. J. Jonah Jameson. When he enters, suspect up to one target creature. Whenever a creature you control with menace attacks, create a treasure token. Ooh.
What does
Because-
suspecting a creature do?
Gives it menace.
Ah,
Ah.
Spider-Man is a menace!
Yeah, and then it makes money.
He did the thing!
Yeah, yeah.
And I love the flavor text. These photos are garbage, Parker. I'll buy them all.
Pretty much. Honestly,
Look,
like, that card's pretty solid, I think.
It is. That's what I'm about to say. Look, everyone
not
can
bad.
hate on... Everyone can, hate on Universes Beyond. Yuck people's yum if you want. But you can't say that they don't know what they're doing in these sets.
Oh, they know exactly what they're doing.
They nail these effects. Like...
All right, gentlemen, this has been very fun. Episode 100 in the bag.
100. How did
sun,
we all get here? All of us equally that put in equal amounts of work
that is
to
true.
get to the 100th episode.
All three of us did all 100 episodes, and it totally wasn't two of us for like 85 of them. And
God, guys, I just feel after all these 100 episodes we've done together...
So Wyatt, what's your opinion? What do you think? Is a hot dog a sandwich?
oh
Do you remember
my god,
Hot
that's one of the
dogs,
oldies.
Not a sandwich. Hot dogs are a taco.
Why you pull? Why?
If
why
you break the bun in half, then it becomes a sandwich.
Hey,
But
Wyatt,
no psychos
Wyatt,
going around breaking the bun.
Wyatt. When you go to Subway,
Yes.
are you getting a sandwich or a taco?
Getting a sandwich.
What do they do to the bread at the fucking Subway, Wyatt?
I don't know what they're doing at your Subway, but round here they cut the bread fully. Okay,
What?
I get 2 slices individually and put things in between them and cover them with the other end.
Cultural Subway difference. Didn't see that one coming between northern Kentucky and western Tennessee.
Yeah, well, we just do things different down here.
Yeah,
Apparently.
yeah. In Hickville, they do things a little different. That is true. That's true. I don't know what Subway.
Oh, I'm sorry that we know how to cut sandwiches properly.
No, it's a split roll, and you put meat and cheese and toppings in it, and it's a sandwich. On a split roll, a hot dog, split roll, hot dog meat in there with some toppings.
Are you trying to tell me right now that I'm incorrect in my statement that a hot dog is a taco?
Yes. Yes, I am. The tortilla is unleavened. The bun is leavened. This has all been litigated. Why are we rehashing this? There's already jurisprudence on this. The precedent has been set. It's already been. It's law. It's law. Why just because you didn't have a lawyer at the time to fight your case? I mean,
Then I'll see you in court, sir.
with all the shit that's being turned over these days, you might win. Who knows? Anyway, that is all we have for this, the Lord's 100th episode of the Duels and Dorks podcast. Sam, we talked previously. Unfortunately, you don't feel like you are in a spot with your current employment where you can return as a regular to the show. That is very unfortunate. You are, of course, always welcome whenever you feel you are ready, have the time, availability, inclination. Set review shows, you are also welcome to pop on however you see fit.
This is where we're gonna put in taps. It's gonna start playing.
Oh God. This has been a trip of an episode, a labyrinthian path we've gone through. Wyatt, do you have any last words for these inaugural 100 episodes of the podcast?
If there's one thing I've learned from being here for all 100 episodes that I was definitely here for, life's gonna take you some strange places, Kentucky, Georgia, the Appalachians, and New York City.
New York City.
New York City. Sam, do you have any final words?
Yeah, with the upcoming release of the Spider-Man set, due to creature typing, my Spiders Man deck is going to have some very weird upgrades to it, where I'm going to have things like Shelob.
Yeah.
I'm going to have things like, I don't know, something Spinner. And then I'm going to have probably a Venom card in there or something. I don't know. It's a weird upgrade, but hey, they're spiders that are not spiders. So
Look, as long as you get me more pictures of Spiders, man, we're all good.
I'll get you pictures of Spiders, man.
Nice.
These pictures are garbage. I'll take them all.
Thank you all for anyone that's been here for all 100 episodes. I don't think they exist. Brandon Vole, on the other hand, he's been around for a vast majority of the 100 episodes. That man is a legend in the myth.
A legend. He's a legend.
He is a legend.
Can't have
Sam
too
White,
long
I'm putting you on the spot here for the ending. We love you very much. And as always,
peace.
Adios.